Hello, so we're going to talk about the best 9 tips to gain followers on Medium.com in the year of 2023. And so, first and foremost, please do follow me on Medium. I do a lot of different articles. My name and profile is Alyssa Maheen, and you can definitely see that I do a lot of research when I draft all of my articles, and they're all pretty extensive. It usually takes me about 45 minutes for the very simple, easy articles, but in reality, it takes me usually several hours to draft just one article, if not longer. I usually spend time on multiple days doing each article, unless it is one of those simpler articles. But a lot of my articles, I'll actually start it and then work on it for several days before finally pushing submit. So, if you want to check me out on medium.com, you'll find a lot of good content on a lot of different topics. They're all pretty heavily researched and usually takes me at least a couple hours to draft each one. And so, on medium.com, we want to know how to get followers. And here are some tips to getting followers. So, first of all, getting followers. Why is it important? So, first of all, it helps you build your business on Medium and gain traction both on Medium and also outside of Medium within your daily entrepreneurial life. And so, if you have a business, it's just a lot easier to market for your business when you have your own following on a platform like Medium. Another reason why it's important, the more followers that you have, the more visibility your articles will get. And because each time you publish a new article, it will automatically be shared with your followers and subscribers that subscribe to receive email notification for each of your articles. And so if you publish an article, it will automatically be shared with these individuals, and that will further your chances of being read and shared and enjoyed by a even wider audience. So also, it's helpful to have more followers because having a large number of followers on Medium can enhance your credibility as a writer. It shows that people really value your content, and they find your writing to be both interesting and worthy of their time. And then also having more followers also helps you network. So, by building a following on medium.com, you can help connect yourself with other writers, readers, and influencers in your niche. Because, the more you write on one topic, the more people will offer their input on that topic and interact with you. And so it's really like a two-way street. You can interact with others, and the more you write about a specific niche, the more others in that niche will actually interact with you as well. So this can really lead to new opportunities to collaborate and you could do guest postings or public speaking engagements or different partnerships with other influencers or writers. And then also having a better following can help you as a writer because it'll allow you to better monetize your platform and really make a little bit more monthly income as you grow organically on medium.com. And so having a larger following on Medium can offer you higher potential for earning money through the Medium Partner Program. And so now we'll kind of go into, how do we gain more followers on Medium.com? And so, first and foremost, based on all my extensive research, we can definitely, publish high quality content that's valuable with regards to having a lot of insight and information and value within each article. And so, when the information is very relevant and engaging, people will be more apt to follow you. So just be sure to maintain a good quality within each of your articles, and that'll really draw more people into wanting to follow you. And for tip number two, we can also make sure that your articles are not just well written, but they're also error free, and they not just provide a value, but they just look very professional and visually appealing, and minimal errors or grammar issues exist. It's just very well put together article. So I like to joke that I'm a little bit of a busy bee, and so there will be some grammar issues in my writing. I know that. And I think it's partially because I'm just outputting a lot of content that's just very heavily researched, and I just put so much time into it that I think it'll just take a little bit of time for me to revisit my articles and just really refine them. So, there'll be like 2 periods or something else very silly. But overall, sorry in, the forefront for any grammar, but in reality, I think my writing is pretty detailed, and you'll just see a lot of effort that goes into each one. And so for me, there may be some grammar items that may need to be forgiven, but my style is to write and then reread my articles multiple times. And so I do a lot of QA, QC, quality checking for my articles. And so, I may post an article, but then I'll review it at least, 3 to 5 plus times just in the next couple of weeks, let alone its lifetime. And so, over time, a lot of my grammar errors will kind of disappear as I'll continue to revise my articles as we go through time. You can definitely draft your articles and then repeatedly go through and revise them and perfect them over time. I definitely encourage that. And I think by doing that, revisiting your articles and making sure that they're all written with great quality, with minimal errors and mistakes, you can really enhance your followers' likability of wanting to follow you. Because they see that, you're definitely credible, you don't have too many errors, and the content's pretty good, so they'll definitely be more apt to follow you. So be sure to quality check your articles and just continue to refine them and update them and revise them as you go. And yes, I am definitely a perfectionist, so I will revisit my articles dozens, if not countless other times, just to refine them and perfect them. So, you don't have to go to that length, but definitely write your articles, post your articles, listen to it using the audio tool, and edit it as you're hearing it. And that'll really allow you to key into the simple errors that you could just simply hear using the audio tool. And then most people write under 10-minute articles anyway. So if you're going to listen to the article via the tool, that'll just take 10 minutes of your time. Just hear your article out, make some quick edits, and then go from there. And so another great tip to increasing your followers on medium.com is be consistent, be regular, and, definitely publish new articles on Medium regularly. Create a schedule and stick to it. Have goals, measurable goals that, you want to write a certain amount each day. And so Whether that goal is publishing once per week, once per day, or even once per month, make sure you set that goal and stick to it. Because the best thing you could do for gaining followers is to be consistent and regularly post an article. And ideally, there would be articles that are regularly posted that are of great value. Now, I'm pointing this out because there are articles that I write that are just a little bit simpler, and I just, come up with the concepts like really quick on the fly, and I will post it pretty quickly. Usually, those articles are about medium.com. It's usually just like my thoughts about like what's going on in my life. And so these articles are a great way to still post something really pretty efficiently and quickly, and not spend too much time on posting. You do get a post in, but in reality you should always kind of filter through and have simpler topics that you could just output, and then more complex topics that may take a little bit more time but provide a lot of value and a little bit more detail and effort. And so if you plan on writing 2 articles consistently every month, my recommendation is choose to have one simple, easy article and then one that's a little bit more elaborate. And that'll allow you a little bit of balance. You'll be able to get a different type of follower. You can get the more relaxed follower who wants a simple read, and then you can also get the more detailed follower who wants a little bit more content and complexity within their read. And so for me, I really like to diversify what I post. So definitely be consistent and regularly post, and figure out like a schedule or a timeline for your posts. And then number 4, stay engaged on the platform. You can definitely clap at other people, become a fan, join email lists, follow other people, publish on publications, comment on the work of others, or just reply to comments on your work and your writing. Be sure to be thoughtful on the comments and clap and build relationships and build a reputation and attract new followers. So you definitely want to engage. The more you engage, the more Medium will, as a platform, support you. The only thing that I would say about your engagement is be sure to, again, diversify your engagement. When I started on medium.com, I was just so enthusiastic and motivated and hardworking, and I learned early on that you should tone it down a bit because when you try too hard or work too hard or put too much effort into something, sometimes you do get disappointed, and so I was easily disappointed. I was very engaging, and I put a lot of effort into it, and then medium.com came to me and said, hey, you can't say the same thing to every person. And I was like, well, I read their article and I said, great job. Like, what's wrong with that? But if I say great job 10 times in a row the same way, they, I guess, think I'm a computer or a robot. I have no idea. So in reality, my point here is, engage with others, but make sure you're engaging in a diversified way. Don't say the same words over and over again, because then you kind of look like a robot, and maybe Medium won't like you, and if Medium doesn't like you, you are not going to be making money. So, diversify your comments, diversify your engagement, and do not follow a cajillion people in one day or make a cajillion comments in one day or clap a whole bunch of times in one day. That won't help you with regards to a medium.com may not support you as much if you're just too hardworking. So I would just, diversify your engagement, but definitely stay engaged because it is a good thing. And step number 5, use tags, keywords, and publish to your publish to your topics, those 5 topics, very strategically, because the one that you choose of the 5 can definitely affect how many people get to see or have eyes on your articles. So choose your keywords, your titles, and your tags very carefully and strategically. It'll help people find your content and increase the visibility of your article. And it'll help readers absorb what you're saying and attract new readers. So definitely just be very clear and use words strategically within your articles, within your titles, and your tags. And my next tip, be sure to follow other people, because this will help you when you're trying to get other people to view your article, because they realize that you exist when you follow them. So if you follow them, they may be more apt to see an article of yours, especially if you are both in the same niche. So a great way to check out other writers and their content is to check out this website that I really enjoy looking at. And so it basically is titled topauthors.xyz. This website is not necessarily associated with Medium. It says it's not affiliated with medium.com. And it basically provides you a list of the top authors on medium.com. And because it provides you that list, it also gives you a link that you can literally click on. And so I enjoyed adding each one of these top authors to who I follow. Because when, they're writing about all the different topics and they're very well established, I want to see, what they're writing about and see why so many people are supporting them. And I want to, join their little bubble and, participate and engage with them as well. So I do enjoy going to the topauthors.xyz website and basically finding out who are the top authors in medium.com and, following them. And then hopefully through time I can, engage with them. And I think this, growing this followership and, engagement with the top authors will help me get there as well. And so, step number 7. Share your articles on social media to promote Medium articles that you have written and help yourself reach to a wider audience and attract, new followers. For example, post to Twitter, Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube. If you post your articles to other platforms, a lot of people will review your content on medium.com and they might join medium.com with you as a referral, and you might get a referral fee for that. So tip number 8 is participate on Medium publications to help you reach a larger audience and gain new followers. Find publications that align with your niche and submit your articles to those publications. Ideally, these publications will have a high visibility with a lot of followers. You can post to the publications and you can have your articles all under a publication. So tip number 9 is to collaborate with other writers on Medium by co-authoring articles or hosting joint events. You can help get each other more followers and build relationships with other writers on the platform. You could comment on their articles, and when they comment on yours, you can reply, and you can, support other people's writing when you find that they do a good job with certain articles. I've had multiple individuals mention my articles and support me as a writer. And I've created a playlist, like an album, on medium.com specifically for them because, they're supporting me, and by me creating an album with their articles, I'm actually creating a link so my followers can see the honorable mention of, how they discuss, my articles, but the reality is I'm promoting them. They promoted me, and now I have an album, playlist album, I don't know, with their article on my website platform, and I'm supporting them as a writer as well, just like they're supporting me. That is all for now. If you would like to get more followers on medium.com, it does take a little bit of time and effort and some consistency as well. So I think if you follow these tips, you'll definitely find some success. And, I think the biggest thing for medium.com is make sure you're posting and, posting quality content with consistency. I think that's the biggest one. And then on top of that, my second favorite tip is utilize other social media platforms. Share your content with your friends, family, but I don't like bothering people, so instead I just bother people I don't know on other platforms by just simply posting on Twitter or posting on LinkedIn, and whoever reads it. But by posting it on other platforms, you have the ability to kind of create a link between them all and create a followership on each platform, and I think it'll overall help your medium.com performance. So definitely utilize different social media platforms. And so that is all. Good luck, and I'll see you next time.